Hello and welcome for all of you who are tuned in. You're watching TMH as we present you our daily English news. Our headlines for today: the Ethiopian government conducts yet another round of drone attacks on civilian targets in the city of Ma'ala. Tigray's military command said it is foiling the enemy's massive offensives on all fronts, and three-stage massive military operations to control Tigray have been thwarted. The Ethiopian government conducts yet another round of drone attacks on civilian targets in Ma'ala. One of the two strikes on Tuesday hit the business campus of Ma'ala University, while the other hit a TV station, as said by Kabrom Gabrasilase, who's chief executive officer at Eider Referral Hospital. He cited a witness who arrived with a man wounded in the strike. The attack comes only 2 days after Tigray's government offered a ceasefire to the Ethiopia's federal government. The TV station Dimtsi Wayana said in a statement posted on their Facebook account that the drone strikes knocked the TV stations off air. Images shared by the station appeared to show damaged transmission equipment on the building's roof. The Ma'ala University management called on the international community to put pressure on the Ethiopian government and its allies to immediately halt the unlawful attacks. The bombardment of civilian infrastructure like universities and targeting civilians is a violation of international humanitarian law that amounts to war crimes, it noted. Tigrayan regional government spokesperson Getachew Reda said on Twitter that the business campus had been hit by drones as well. As usual, with Abiy Ahmed and Isaias Afwerki's massive offensives on many fronts crumbling like a house of cards, targeting civilians and civilian installations is their way of exacting revenge, he wrote. Ethiopian military spokesperson Colonel Getaneth Adana and government spokesperson Legasa Tulu did not respond to requests for comment. It was third instance of aerial strikes on Ma'ala since the nearly 2-year-old conflict that has resumed late of last month after a 5-month ceasefire amongst an ongoing truce. Tigray's military command says it's foiling the enemy's massive offensives on all fronts. According to a statement by Tigray's military command, 20 divisions, including one mechanized division of the Ethiopian Army and Amhara Special Forces that aim to break through the Deadebit front to Shura, have been routed after 10 days of intense fighting. The Tigray Defense Forces embarked on a counteroffensive on the 11th of September. On the Adiabo front, the 9 infantry divisions of the Ethiopian Army, over 3,000 Amhara Special Forces, and Eritreans' 24 infantry divisions and 2 mechanized divisions have been making massive offensives for the last 10 days. The military command added that on this front, the Tigray Defense Forces are making limited changes of positions and are foiling the enemy's objectives. On the Adi Arke front, 6 infantry divisions, 1 mechanized division, 3 divisions of the Amhara Special Forces, and huge militia, as well as Fano paramilitary forces, have been contained in their positions. On the southern front, Tigray Defense Forces have stalled the movement of over 18 divisions, 4 special commando divisions, 1 Republican Guard division, and a 1 mechanized division, and 4 Amhara Special Forces, and their divisions of thousands of Amhara militia and Fano paramilitary as well. On the Sakota front, Tigray Defense Forces, together with Agao Democratic Movement, have curbed the offensive of over 13 infantry divisions on the Ethiopian Army, 1 mechanized division, and 4 Amhara special forces and divisions as well. Commander of Tigray forces says 3-stage massive military operation to control Tigray has been thwarted. General Taddessa Warada, who's the commander of the Tigray Defense Forces, told the media that the offensive by the joint Ethiopian, Eritrean, Amhara forces did not achieve a single purpose despite the loss of tens of thousands on their enemy's side. The commander stated that Tigray, by reversing the attack, has sent the message to the enemy forces that it is not possible to cow the people of Tigray into submission and that peace is entirely the only solution to end this ongoing crisis. As we move on to our final update for today, as the conflict in northern Ethiopia has resumed at the end of last month, so did the endorsements of the genocide from their allies, one of them being the UAE's continual armored support. The UAE have supplied these drones, which in turn are being used to terrorize civilians in Tigray, as the mentioned Mekelle attack that just took place over the weekend. For instance, the kindergarten that was bombed 2 weeks ago in the capital city of Mekelle and killing many children as well. Over the weekend, apart amongst the global protests, the LA Tagaro community went to LAX International Airport in front of the UAE airline specifically to make their pleas heard, managed to shut down the airlines and delay a couple of flights by a few hours. Let's watch.
Emirates, don't fly Emirates, boycott Emirates, boycott Emirates, don't fly Emirates, don't fly Emirates, boycott Emirates, boycott Emirates, boycott Emirates, boycott Emirates, don't fly Emirates, don't fly Emirates, if you fly Emirates, if you fly Emirates, you support genocide, you support genocide, if you fly Emirates, if you fly Emirates, you support genocide, you support genocide, boycott Emirates, 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 if you fly Emirates, if you fly Emirates, you support genocide, you support genocide, if you fly Emirates, if you fly Emirates, you support genocide, you support genocide, don't fly Emirates, don't fly Emirates, boycott Emirates, boycott Emirates, boycott Emirates, boycott Emirates, if you fly Emirates, if you fly Emirates, you support genocide, you support genocide, stop the genocide in Tigray, Ethiopia, stop the genocide in Tigray, Ethiopia. Boycott Emirates. If you fly Emirates, you support genocide. Emirates, boycott Emirates. Don't fly Emirates. If you fly Emirates, you support genocide. If you fly Emirates, you support genocide. If you fly Emirates, you support genocide. Boycott Emirates. boycott Emirates. هذي وحداتهم from police لازم ندحري أو كرمي كمان عطاتهم نبت وردينا نعم زداية تقوم boycott Emirates. Boycott Emirates. Don't fly Emirates.
That concludes our news for today. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
We'll be right back.